How's it, guys? My name is Rian. Welcome to the channel. Today I'll be doing the first video in a series of videos taking you through my car history, the cars I've owned, the experiences I've had, all the ups and downs, highs and lows. Yes, let's go. So let's rewind back to 2006 when I started working. My dad said, okay, cool, here's 20,000 Rand, we can buy you a car. So we started car shopping, and of course I wanted something flashy, something nice, you know, I want to impress your friends, you know. So I saw this really nice Golf 2 GTI. Of course my dad was like, no, you're not going to get that. You're going to get something smaller than a 1600. I'm not buying you a Golf 2 GTI, it's too fast. You're going to kill yourself. So my dad bought me a 1300 Citi Golf, silver one, the 91 model. Still had the stickers at the bottom and at the boot. I'll put a picture up. I don't have a picture of the exact car, but I'll source one off the internet. So I got one. Yeah, wasn't impressed with the car. Didn't like it. No, spoiled brat. So my dad, I think he could see the disappointment, you know, and he was like, okay, cool, let's do something. So we changed the headlights out because the 91 model only comes with the headlights, it doesn't come with the spots, and it's got the small badge. So we bought the new updated grille, it's got the spots in the middle, the bigger badge. We repainted the wheels because it still had the silver wheels on it, the steel rims. We repainted that. I did some TLC to the car. My dad even bought me a very nice Sony radio, put a Pioneer sub in it, started off with one sub, then eventually upgraded to two subs. Designed a box that's to the spec for the area for the subs to perform at its best. Cut it, assembled it, put that in. It barely fits in my boot. I had to lift the 6x9s for it to fit, and it played very well. I still had a Star Sound amp in it, the one with the gauge. I'll also see if I can source some photos of that. Unfortunately I don't have any of the car left. So back in 2006, 2007, there was we used to go to Westbank every Wednesday night. So Westbank used to be an old horse racing course, and then they changed it into a quarter-mile strip for drag racing, and they did sound tests. So every Wednesday we used to go there to go check the drags, do some sound tests, and of course the car wasn't fast enough to drag, so we only went for the sound test and watched some drag racing. I think the best I ever got out of that setup with the two 15-inch Pioneer subs was about 139 point something. I could never crack the 140s. Never cracked 140 decibels. So yeah, that was our ritual for every Wednesday. It was a very nice, reliable car. It's very cheap to run, very light on fuel. So I think for your first car, someone that's a student or just starting their first job, I think it's a very good car. Never disappointed me, never got stuck on the side of the road, well, except for once when I left it without petrol. But yeah, that's my own fault. But other than that, the car performed very well. Yeah, I wasn't fast, but that was what my dad was aiming for. Made a lot of good fond memories in that, really enjoyed it. So at the start of 2007, I changed jobs, and the car was parked outside, and you wouldn't believe it, but they stole it. So I still remember that day, me and one of my colleagues, we came out, and she still told me, but didn't you park there this morning? I was like, yes I did. I was like, okay, the car's not there anymore. Reported it stolen, never got it back. So then we had to start car shopping again, and at that stage I really liked the Polo Playas, the VW Polo Playas, the hatchback. I really liked that. Started shopping for one of those, and I see, okay, there's a Millennium updates out on it. You see that the blue speedo lights, the blue purplish color. Yes, and I fell in love. It was instantly, this is the car I want. I'm set on this car. Hi, can I have? So then I bought a white Polo Playa, 1600. I really wanted an 1800, but the 1800s are very scarce and, well, in the price range that I was shopping for. So I got a neat 1600, a white one. Also a very reliable car. Wasn't the lightest on fuel, but I think that's the way I drove it. The one thing I remember that we had to replace a couple of times, your inlet into your block where your water is. It's a little plastic piece that corrodes and it breaks and it starts leaking there. We had to replace that twice, but other than that, very reliable. So one of the cars, if you take the cone filter, you put the cone filter on, it's got this nice deep induction noise. Everyone used to do it. That was the thing back in the day to do. When I got it, it still had hubcaps on it. It didn't have alloy wheels. So a couple of months later, I upgraded. I got 17-inch alloys. I hit a pothole one night on my way home, and I had to send a rim in to get repaired. And then I decided, okay, cool, I'm going to take all 4 off, send it in, and get it painted satin black. Because I always wanted a white car with black rims on it. Yes, and it looks so nice. It looks really nice. The Polo I drove for about 3 years, I think. So I got it towards the end of 2007, and I drove it about 2009, 2010, around there somewhere. Thank you. And the Polo had a very low front bumper. It had this black lip on it. And I remember the one time I reversed out our driveway, and I don't know why I didn't take it at an angle. And I hooked the bumper and I pulled it off. I think it happened about twice. Then it broke the clips. So I went and bought a new bumper, got paint mixed, and my dad helped me fix it. Luckily my dad is very handy. He's got all the tools and everything. So he helped me fix it. Got the bumper sprayed again because he's got the spray gun and everything. And then the black lip at the bottom we also painted white. Put everything back, put the bumper back, put a big sound system in it, not as big as the previous, but also had a very nice Sony radio in it, if I remember correctly. This time I had the same two 15-inch Pioneer subs. I really like the Pioneer subs. Ran an audio bank monoblock amp on it. Never tested that sound. In that time, West Bank closed down the race course, and we never attended other sound testing competitions. We fell out of it. It was just for a hobby then, just for fun, just to have nice sound in your car. My neighbor had the same Polo, but the pre-millennium one, and he gave me a set of lowering springs. And by the time he gave me the lowering springs, I didn't have rims on, so I didn't have the alloys. I still had the hubcaps on. So we fitted the hubcaps in front, the lowering springs in front, and I didn't like the way the car sat with the normal steel rims on it. It didn't look right. And at that stage, one of my friends had a similar Polo, but he had the Polo Classic, the sedan one, 1800. And performance was up to bit. It had exhaust, cams done to it. He had a nice set of wheels on a nice set of 17-inch multi-spokes. And I ended up giving it to him. I helped him fit it, and the car looked very nice. It looked very neat. And unfortunately, one night going home from work, it rained and he hit a puddle of water. The car aquaplaned and went off over the pavement, and the undercarriage got damaged. So the insurance wrote the car off. Luckily, no one got injured. So that same friend of mine that wrote his Polo off, we started a lift club, so we used to drive together to work and back. And also one night going home, we also got into an accident. Luckily no one was hurt, but the insurance wrote the car off. And the car shopping had to start again. Hey guys, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to do a part 2 and part 3 for the rest of the cars I've driven and the experience I've had with them, modifications done to it. So yeah, please subscribe, hit that like button. Let's get this channel growing. I've got a lot of content planned, and I'll catch you in the next one.